Well, hey guys, how's it going? Watching John Wilburn live. Trying to keep up with, who was it that got hit? Tall Garage got his 500, man.
Congratulations.
Thumbs up, man. But we're going to turn our attention. We're going to keep listening, but we're ready to start sticking the intake and stuff back down on this. And I got some bolts need to be cut down and stuff like that. This might be a 30-minute video, but by the time I'm done, I expect the intake on this thing and the valve covers. So hey, hang in there. Here we go. Laura's still looking at the intake, but hang in, man. We're going for it. All right, so like I said before, I had a bunch of mismatched bolts in the intake. We went and bought some. So we got to do some cutting real quick. This is the stud I need in order to hold the air conditioner kick up. Couldn't find no thread all metric, but we got a bolt long enough I can get the head off of it and get there. So we're fixing to cut these three and that one, and then we're gonna get on with putting this intake on. All right, you can see this is the old bolt and stuff. I went and got some that's completely threaded out, but right here's what we need. From here to the back of that nut, right? So let's commence to cutting some bolts. There, we got our bolts cut. Let's square them off. Let's get our lead in right. Yeah. We're good right there. Now, we took a bolt, turned it into a stud. Let's get the lead in right. Oh, we got her. So now we're ready to put this intake on. All right, we have found another issue with these heads. The back bolt right here should be a stud. I think you can see, stud, stud, a stud back here on the back. This one's not there. Kind of concerned about that one. I'm about tired of concerning stuff, but let's kind of see if we can get you in there and see what's going on right here. All right, you can see down in there, man, there's not many threads left. I don't know what this engine was sitting in, but it wasn't good. So I'm hoping them 2 or 3 threads right there is going to do what we need it to do, just to hold that stud in. Like I said in other videos, man, this one right here has got to be a stud. We're just going to center down in there. About right there. Because I'm going to come back on top with a nut, and that's going to sandwich everything together. I did screw up. I didn't get one back here. We got a bolt to go in this. At least crush that down, and I'll go get another one and I'll Loctite. I'll put the Ecom Stick 'em, Ecom Lick 'em, whatever, in there. Now, I don't know if he can get in here, but if you see down here on these head gaskets, they stick out from under about a 1/16 of an inch. This gasket has got to sit on top of that. If you take it and push it down, right here, like that, you have screwed up because there's a hole. So you want it sitting right on top of that gasket. So when you put your bead across this valley wall, China wall, what the heck ever, this is sitting up on top of that, and then we're going to bring some silicone all about a 1/4 inch up on each side. That way when we put it in there, there's no place for it to leak. All right, here we go with our silicone. Just touch it. Keep going, keep going. About a 1/4 inch bead is what you want. And up on that one. We're gonna do the same to the front. Same as a small block Chevy. I'm trying to stay out of the way. Honestly can't see, but we got her. Uh-oh, air pocket.
Excuse me.
Yeah, air pocket. There we go. All right, so we're gonna let this sit here for about 10 minutes. Let it tack up. And then we're gonna set the intake down on this thing. Let it squeeze out a little bit, but I like it when it gets a skin over it. That way it's more of a cushion. And then stick that intake on, if that makes sense. So give us a few minutes, be right back. All right, guys, this, I mean, honestly needs some heavy porting. But this is on here because of the heads. It's got a big hump in them, and that's what we got to get rid of. I'm just hoping the intake on that blower isn't this way, because that's a lot of grinding. But these heads, I don't know if you can get that in there. They've got a hump in here. I've got to get out of the way for that blower. But David driver, we really ain't concerned about that. But here we go. Let's set her on here. Maybe. This thing is temperamental. Yeah, we got good squeakies everywhere. And like I said, that stud has got to be there. So we've got one here, right? And we got one here. Then I don't have to look for the bolts or the nuts, because I don't remember where they went to. Are they sitting over there? All right, now we sat and waited for everything. Intake on. This is not a typical intake because of the way, let's see, this thing goes on. So right now, all we're doing is setting this thing down on there. We're not going, you know, anti-torque or torque. We're just going to Put her down. And like I said, we're still concerned about this one, but I got a bolt that's gonna go in there. So we need a 13. I'm gonna close off the back and the front. And we're gonna keep carrying on with this for a few minutes, because it's always, it never goes in the same way twice. Why does that keep slipping? Because I got 13 instead of 12. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Yep. Majorly interesting. That's right. This ain't exactly right, but it's gonna work. Alright guys, reason I say this is getting interesting, I think you can see right here, you see how that maintenance over is almost perfect? This one is a little low. This little intake, man, will rock in here. And you gotta make sure you take every bit of this down at the same amount. You don't want, you know, this one sucked way in under that head. I mean, this is acceptable. But a while ago, man, this thing was sucked down way low. And we had to loosen everything up and beat on it with a hammer a little bit. Now, we're pretty much where we need to be. Let's get in here. This is typical. This intake gasket should be setting up about a 1/16 of an inch or 30 seconds, no more than that. Because you gotta dab this with some silicone because it cuts into the valve cover gasket to seal. But we're almost there. We're just letting it sit here for a few minutes, and then we're gonna go back around it, and then we're gonna stick the adapter on here. That's why these 3 holes ain't there. But that's that stud I was talking about that has got to be in there if you're gonna run an air conditioner on one of these little 2.8s. If not, it ain't gonna work. Okay? So we're gonna let it sit here for about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna go around and torque her down again. So our adapter gasket, I have found that was leaking, you know. So we traced out another one here on some gasket material. Mr. Lars is gonna trace around that, cut her out, and then we're gonna take some hole punches and knock the holes out. Let's hope he don't mess up. And then we'll stick the 4-barrel adapter on this thing and carry on. That'll give it that stuff time to settle in a little bit, and then we'll torque her down again. All right, guys. Last time around, yeah, how you like my torque wrench? All right. She's on there. Now, let's go over and see what Lars has got going on with the gasket. Alright, so we got a new gasket kit out for the carburetor adapter. All I like is punching some holes here. This is just some hole punches. Went on that. Yeah, just keep going through it. You missed a hole, man. There you go. So, new gasket made. Everybody congratulations, Lawrence. You made your first gasket. So now, we're gonna see how good he done. Well, yeah, but we got a little overhang here. We gotta set it down on here and do some trimming with the razor blade to get the gasket out. I had to do the same thing. But it'll work fine on one side. If you've seen the intake when I was showing y'all, this intake is not the best in the world. So we got a little trimmer here. It's always on one side. But hey, we're almost there. Hang on, let's trim that out. We'll finish this thing up. All right, we got our valve covers, gaskets pretty much in there. I don't like using a lot of RTV on this stuff. That's why you get a gasket for. You got to smear a bunch of RTV on something while you use a gasket. So let's hit this. All right, so here's the deal. Usually don't like putting anything between the intake and stuff, but this thing has a tendency to leak like crazy. So what we're gonna do is I got some fuel resistant silicone, and we're just gonna barely coat this thing. All right, just stick her to it. Make sure we don't get nothing on the inside. Except for that part.
Stringy stuff, ain't it?
Yes, it is. It's like snot. So we're just gonna rub it on here. Nothing major. Just enough to tack it. And hope that's going to solve our sealing problem, because this little thing has been known to leak vacuum like crazy for some reason. So hopefully this is going to solve our issue. All right, let me get the gasket. Let's see how good Laura's done on this. Not bad. Now, we're going to coat this side. Like I said, just coat it. Not pack it on here. You freaking people that use a lot of RTV. I hate you people. You don't know how many engines I tore apart, man. Had to spend 3 hours cleaning the RTV off something. Now that's how we want to go on that. Let's just go around the outside. All right, now we got her tacked on both sides. We're just gonna set this adapter down on there, like so. Now we're gonna take our bolts we're gonna try to do this. We may have to recut them, but we'll see. So these I think are 13s. Yep. Now I need an extension. Hang on.
Do 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 do.
Yeah, you always do doing me. Let's see if we can get this done. Then we'll throw the valve covers on here. We'll see what it looks like. Alright guys, the intake back together. Our little two-piece here. As you can see, talking to. When I bought it, it said, when I bought the intake, it said RPM Performer. And it's a torquer. I did make a mishap on the live. It said it's a single plane. It's a dual plane, right? Each side. We're gonna let all this set up, but we're gonna stick the valve covers on it. And we're gonna set the carburetor back up on there. Step back and let y'all have a gander at it. So hang on for that one. All right, engine build almost complete. The pièce de resistance. What y'all guys think? Gotta do a little carburetor cleaning, but what do you think about that little 2.8? All right, we'll walk around it. I think she's got about everything you want. So let's back off. There you go, the daily driver. We still got thermostat housing and stuff like that, oil pan to go, but there you go, man. We got her done. Oh Lord, this is a long time coming. So I hope you liked that little video. Just finishing this thing up. We still got a bunch of tinkering stuff to do, but I think she turned out pretty good. Lars is all excited.
About time we go together.
Lars is like, oh, I'm liking this.
Yeah.
We finally getting somewhere.
I see the light. It's way down there in that tunnel, but I see it.
I see it, it's coming. Watch out for the train, though.
Yeah, could be a head-on collision.
Exactly. But hope you like this one. You know, it's a long time coming, guys. It's done. All we gotta do is get the other engine out and get the oil pan, oil pump out of it, a little painting, and then we're on the road. Then we can start playing with 84 and
Really have some fun.
really start making something happen. But anyway, like I said, hope you enjoyed this one. You know, it's a long time coming. It's finally settling in, and things are gonna start happening. We'll see you on the next one.
Appreciate y'all watching, hanging in there with us.
Yeah,
We're still here though.
Yeah, we're still kicking at it. We'll see you on the next one.